few weeks ago, I got assaulted on a date by a guy, and I just wanted to share some things that I've been processing and learned about my experience with that. And maybe this will help somebody, because I really didn't see it coming. And I try to prevent stuff from happening. I take self-defense. I have boundaries in place. I lift a ton of weight. And I thought all these things would protect me. But it just took one vulnerable moment, and I thought I overcame my trauma response. I obviously had not. I think it would probably be better if the circumstances were different, but hindsight, I can't go back and change what happened. I can only try to learn from it and move forward. I did not have any red flags that were apparent to me. He was respectful in public and seemed to be the perfect gentleman, which really threw me off when I got behind closed doors with him and he changed. It was supposed to be our third date, and he invited me over. We had been on a few dates, and he was charming, seemed to be kind and thoughtful, courteous. Heck, the guy even gave me $60 for inconveniencing me to reschedule our date so I could have a good time because he couldn't make it. And I was like, wow, that was really nice of him. Got to our other date, was polite, paid, opened the door for me, sort of protective. I like that. He invited me to dinner to cook for me, and I thought in my head, I was like, that's super romantic. It'll be cute, like a Hallmark moment. Pull yourself in, Stephanie. This is reality. Let my guard down. I'm on a dating site, so we all know why we're on there. Well, I knew why I was on there. I thought he was on the same page with me. We had talked about what we wanted. When I got to a position of his place, he started becoming aggressive. 6'3", at least 280, muscles, tall. Didn't know how strong he was before this, but I found out really quickly because he was just throwing me around like a towel. Which I'm a pretty big girl, so I was just in shock the whole time. I folded and froze. That was my response. And I just kind of was shouting at him. And it was really confusing. I was just bewildered because he was telling me, I like you so much. I just like you so much. And as he's pulling all my clothes off, taking photos and video of me, and I'm like, don't do that. And it just kept going on, and I have so much regret. What if he posts that online? I don't even like the way my butt looks, and now people are probably gonna see that, and I had so much shame and blaming myself. It just, no matter how prepared you are, you can't control a trauma response. And I wanted to share that because I feel like a lot of times people blame the victim. Why didn't you fight back? Why didn't you say no? What were you wearing? Why did you go over there? And I know I'm not perfect, but I did try to protect myself. And be on the same page and not assume, because I get in trouble for assuming too, that there's guys that lose their mind if you are like, hey, I don't want to come over to your place because, or hey, like, I'm not comfortable with that, or hey, I want to meet in a public place, or hey, and they're like, why are you assuming I'm a bad guy? And immediately now that's my red flag. I'm like, if your immediate response to my no and hey, I'm not comfortable with that, you're probably guaranteed to be not a good person because you don't respect boundaries. But he did all that. That's what's crazy. He respected every boundary that I had until he got me behind closed doors. And I don't know how long he would have kept that game up because it was, I don't know. I just wanted to share because you should not be beating yourself up. I should not be beating myself up over something that somebody else did. Now I gotta clean it up and work on me again. I mean, I'm always working on myself, but because of somebody that couldn't make better choices. He made bad choices. I guess I made bad choices that put me in his place. But I didn't physically harm him. That's the difference. You gotta be careful with these people. And don't let them push you around on your boundaries. Anyways, I hope that me sharing that helps somebody. And I swear to God, if some of y'all come in here and like start pushing blame on me, I'm gonna block you. Cause I don't want to hear it. I'm in my car. It's my safe space. I'm talking to my best friends. And I'm sharing because I want to help people. And that's it.
First off, I want to say that as a man, I am so sorry that you had to go through that. I'm not the type to victim blame anybody when it comes to situations like this in particular. Because at the end of the day, you cannot control what another person does. You only can control what you do, but you can't control what somebody else does. Everybody would have been in that situation. You'd have been on 1, 2, 3 dates. Then of course eventually we're grown. We're going to go over and we're going to, you didn't feel like you'd build up enough safe space with this person, so you're going to go visit them. My thing is with him is why the fuck would he even do that if he's already got her? That's what tells you about how unhinged his ass is. And I hope that you're about to go do something about that. Like go take legal action against his weird ass. Because he clearly has a fetish for that shit. He had you. What the fuck is he doing? It's not your fault. You shouldn't be beating yourself up. I need women to start going to the gun range more. I need y'all to start protecting yourself, getting pepper spray. Get something that'll make a big nigga sit down. He can be 6'3". I'm 6'3". I ain't 280. You know what I'm saying? But 6'3", 280 they'll meet their day that day. I don't give a damn. There's something out there that'll put a big man the fuck down in seconds. And I know that a lot of people don't want to take those type of routes when it comes to this life, but you have to. Because look at this type of situation. This woman seems like a very sweet and loving person. And a lot of people may not believe her, and a lot of people may blame her for what she chose to do, but I'm not that person. Me personally, I'm going to blame the person who did the fucking act. I just wish that in these situations that women learn from these type of stories and don't let these abusers just get away with this shit. Because then there's going to be somebody else allowed him to get away with it. That's what I'm saying. Somebody else allowed him to get away with it, and that's how you became a victim. We got to stop letting people get away with this shit. If you don't want to get street justice, then go get legal justice. That's all I'm gonna say on this situation because I don't even want to spark a whatever. I don't want to seem like I'm in whatever the fuck they trying to say. I don't want to get in trouble for pushing people to do something they don't supposed to be doing. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, protect yourself at all times. Don't just show up to people's houses without having some type of backup security, something. I'm not talking about like have something, a knife, a weapon, or something because damn, I hate hearing these type of stories. It makes my blood boil watching somebody be so vulnerable and weak in these moments and not be able to defend themselves. So I'm sorry if I made some distressed looking faces, but I'm more just irritated at the fact that that he did this when he knew he could have just had her. That's what just makes me know like he's a little fucked up. Most of these situations is always a man who don't have access to this woman. They don't know this woman. They grab her and they take advantage of her. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what red flags that he could have given off to warn you of this. I'm not going to sit there because that's to me is part of victim blame. If I can sit and say, well, you should have looked out for these signs and this and that, that's like saying it's your fault. It's not your damn fault. It's never your fault. But what you can do in this very moment is to not let him win. If you allow him to win, this will haunt you forever. All right? We'd have done a lot of these type of stories. This will haunt you forever. All right? You got to take action when it comes to this. And don't just think that your word doesn't matter. Fight until you can't fight no more when it comes to this. That's my last opinion on that.
Yeah, you have to be aware when you're on these dating sites because these men like this will look for victims. They look for easy prey. He gained your trust and he took that for granted. He knew if he got you alone, that there was no way that you would be able to fight him off. And I feel like a lot of women are put in these situations and feel like they can't speak out about it. But you can. I will report him on that dating app. I would tell the police because it's scary in these situations. When you're in somebody's home behind locked doors, there's no telling what they're capable of. If you tell them no, there's no telling on how he's going to react. Anything could have happened to you in that moment. And he would probably flip it around and make it seem like it's all a lie. And this is the mind games they play. And this is truly sickening that he was so comfortable doing this with you. Men have to respect your boundaries. He knew that there was nothing you could do about it in that situation. But that is exactly why, yes, carry pepper spray and also just be aware on these dating apps. If you don't speak up, there's probably going to be another victim.
Whew. I know this is a emotional story time for a lot of y'all, and I apologize if anyone has been in this situation and this may have triggered you in any way. Um, I apologize for that. If you guys want to show some support to this woman, please give her some support and maybe give her some advice, maybe some legal advice that she can take. A lot of women get in these type of situations. They think that they're not that fuck. They feel like their voice is not heard. They feel like that nobody will believe them, and I think that's why a lot of these men get away with this type of shit. So maybe I can drop some gems on her and give her some advice. Maybe lead her to, I mean, give her the direction to a person that can help her in this situation. I don't know, man. This story time is very heartbreaking, and I'm truly sorry that this happened to you. And I hope that this doesn't affect your dating life moving forward. Maybe just be a little cautious when it comes to meeting people online. Let's just go back to the old fashioned ways, all right? I'm a 90s baby, early 90s baby. Let's go back to meeting people at the park first. Let's go meeting people. Fuck social media. Fuck these little dating apps because I've never heard anything good about a dating app so far. I've never seen true love happen on a dating app. But what are you all thoughts when it comes to this? And again, I apologize if this may have triggered anyone in this type of situation before. If you guys are interested in following this creator, you already know what to do. We're going to have her linked in the description box below where y'all can follow her on her TikTok account for more updates. But that's all we got, Messy Family. We will see you all in the next story time.